quote it.
Okay, so we posted in the page about just some Q&A type things. Didn't get a whole lot of feedback, but we did get two, so we'll talk about those. The first one was how to connect with people that you don't have a lot in common with. And I feel like my biggest piece of advice for that is, which is something we just recently learned, is to like go out and find your people. So especially on Instagram, what we've been doing is we've been searching hashtags like that, you know, have to do with my brand, and like literally like finding my people. Because, you know, you already know that you're into the same things. So that's why it's really important to know, you know, your 5 things that just make you, you. Just so you know, the fitness hashtags are pretty like used up. Like a lot of them are already Beachbody coaches. So I would focus on the other things.
Totally cleaned up.
Yeah.
So is anything like mom related.
Yeah. So if you're like into, you know, photography, like search hashtags that have to do with that. Or, you know, if you're into, you know, makeup or something, like search for that. Just like finding your people. And, you know, like Wes was talking about the 5-3-1, if you guys saw that video that he posted. If not, definitely check it out. It's really good information on how to grow your Instagram. And also, if you don't have a lot in common with the people who are already your friends, just, you know, stay present on their pages. You know, you don't have to have like conversations with them all the time or anything, but just like keep liking their stuff, commenting on their, you know, their photos, and just like loving on them, because even if you guys don't have a lot in common, like they can still need a challenge group. So the more that you're interacting with them, the more your stuff is going to pop up on their newsfeed, and they're going to see like what you're doing and stuff. So don't let it intimidate you. You just never know. Like, don't prejudge anyone, because you literally never know. And also, if you're posting things that add value to people's lives, you know, they'll be drawn to you regardless. So like a good thing that a lot of people love are recipes. People love new healthy recipes, especially crock-pot recipes. And if you are posting recipes, like you will be speaking to your mom friends. Like even if you don't have kids and you can't relate to them, if you're posting good recipes, like they will be drawn to you, because every mom loves like healthy, easy recipes. Do you have anything else to add on that?
Yeah, so on the first question, what was it? So when you're finding people, basically you're really only looking for people that are active in social media. Like if you find someone that isn't selling something and just is active with posting, whether that's their kids or their activities, that's a good person. Mm-hmm. Just like people who are engaged in social media are good people. Like if you find someone that has like 1,000 posts on Instagram and they're just things about their lives, that's a good person to reach out to. And specifically talking on Instagram, but yeah, like what Jordan said, like what you post should be about you, but as long as it's something that people see and they're like, wow, like that inspires me, like that, or you know, that makes me think, you could really reach out to anyone. I was listening to Scotty Hobbs today, and he's one of the top Beachbody coaches, and he's a guy. He's one of the only. I think he's an elite coach, but he's up there. So and I was watching a video today, and he was talking about like how can guys be effective Beachbody coaches. And the biggest thing he said, there's someone jumping on. Hey. The biggest thing that Scotty said was, for guys wanting to be involved, is like just do exactly what the girls do, which is just post on social media, post about your life. Don't get hung up on a lot of the other details. Just be consistent, post about your life, and post things that are encouraging people and adding value. So that's kind of where I'm at too. And Brittany, I had said, I remember when you originally posted that comment, like, I'm having a hard time like finding things to relate to. You know, I'm not married, don't have kids. I feel that same place too, to some degree, because a lot, like, Beachbody is 97% female to 3% guys. So, and guys don't post on like social media. They don't post about like things that encourage them and challenge them, and like they don't,
and their food.
Yeah, they don't post their food. They don't post like pictures of their coffee going like this. So, you know, those are all things that, you know, I had to overcome. But so that's I'm in a similar place with that too. I'm kind of trying to find my stride, and for me, I'm trying to just post every day, at least once, just something about either the kids or something that I am learning in my personal journey. Like, it doesn't have to be something profound. Sometimes, that, like I said in the last call, the simplest thing can be something that is like really effective. I posted that picture. What was the picture I posted? And that Josh messaged me about.
Your before and after.
Yeah, that before and after picture where I was sitting in that couch looking like a pile of crap, and one of my buddies, Josh, messaged me, and he said, dude, I just want you to know that post totally inspired me. I just ordered a workout, and I'm going to start doing this. And I wasn't even trying to like reach out to people, but you know, and that was totally amazing, you know. But I saw that, or he saw that, and it inspired him to, you know, do the same thing that I did, just get off my butt and, you know, start doing what I needed to do. So the littlest things could mean something huge to someone. So, you know, don't get too hung up mentally on like, is this post good enough? You know, if it's challenging you, chances are it's going to challenge someone else.
Yeah.
So,
and also like know like who you want to work with too, because, you know, like my target, I guess you could say, would be like moms, you know, because I'm a mom. I have a lot in common with moms, like, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to reach everyone, you know what I mean? Like, people, not everyone's going to be able to relate to me, and I'm okay with that, because I'm not trying to reach every single person in every single age group, and you know what I mean? Like, so I'm posting me. Yep. I'm posting what's challenging me, what I'm working on, you know, where I'm at, and like whoever relates to that. Yep. So don't freak out if you feel like you're not reaching everyone you want to reach.
And Kayla, we were on the first question, which is how to connect with people that you don't have a lot in common with.
We're recording though.
Yeah, we're recording the video. So if you guys, like I said, if questions, just while we're going through, just put it in the chat and we can go through it at the end. Do you guys have any questions on that one before we move on?
Okay.
Oh, hang on a second.
What?
Everyone's saying no.
Well, yes, everyone's saying no.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
So then the second one was a like page for personal branding. And don't worry about a like page yet, because first of all, they're like really hard to like to manage and to actually.
They're different than a personal page.
Yeah, they're really different than a personal page. Like, I've had my like page for actually like a year and a half, and like I get an average of like 3 or 4 likes like per post. So it's like, it's not really doing much for me. So right now, just work on building yourself on your personal page. Like Summer Tucker, she built herself to 6 figures just on her personal page before she ever even got a like page. So again, just like work on your brand, and you know, work on just building trust and being consistent, because, you know, the more you post, your friends are going to follow you. Like, not all of your friends are going to like your like page. So like, you're going to have a smaller like audience. Like, I have like 430 likes on my like page, but I have like 2,000 Facebook friends. You know what I mean? So
did you invite from your personal page?
Yeah, you can invite people, but not everyone who's your friend is going to want to be on your like page. So
yeah. So if you're inviting from your own personal page, then you have to invite those new friends then to your like page, because no one invites through their business page. So once it gets big enough, what most people do is pay to
Yeah, you pay for
like
advertising.
Yeah, you can run ads and stuff.
So like it's something you have to put like a good bit of money in before it actually starts paying off. So honestly, I wouldn't even worry about that. Just focus on your 5 things that make you you and just post about them and build trust on your personal page. Do you have anything else on that?
And just Instagram too.
Oh yeah, Instagram's a good one.
If you guys haven't watched that video that we did on Instagram, just watch it. We share the screen and you can actually see exactly what we do. And Instagram has been huge. Like I think it's there are definitely a lot of people on Instagram that are doing, things like this, and specifically Beachbody, but I think it was mostly Facebook driven before. And I think it's now, like, we're now at the time where like we can't afford to like not expand our reach. So like the more people that can see your posts, the better off you're going to be. So
plus Instagram is like way more laid back than Facebook. Like you can go on people's pages and like and comment their stuff really quickly. And it's like not weird. You know what I mean? But like on Facebook, you have to like friend request them, and then all of a sudden you're like commenting on all their stuff.
Yeah, like, I don't know you.
Right. Yeah. So Instagram is like much more laid back. So it like makes it a little bit easier, I think. But still add friends on Facebook. Don't stop doing that.
Yeah. 10 a day is easy to do.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Like it's so easy to do. It's actually easier on Facebook to add 10 people. You can friend request them. They may not accept you, but you can friend request a lot of people. It's either 20 or 25 is the max on Facebook before they put you in Facebook jail. Instagram has no limits, and you could really go nuts with that. If you're really trying to find like your people, like people that you would want to work with, you got to be a little bit more selective. So if we find like good hashtags that are working or things you can search for, we'll definitely share them. I try to find 10 people a day on Instagram. So we've been crushing Instagram every day for about 2 weeks, and we have, hey Susie, we've been working on Instagram every day for about 2 weeks, and we've got about 100 followers in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So she was at like 830, and she's coming up on like 920, I think, or something like that. Which may not sound like a lot, but I would trade those 100 people for like 500 of the people who are like a generic follow on Instagram, because there are 100 people that are like actually people we went out and found, and we're like, this is the type of person we want to work with.
We got them.
So, it may not be a ton, but we have already had people that reach out to us. We had someone in the UK actually reach out to us on Instagram.
Which, by the way, Beachbody is launching in the UK. So if you can start searching for people in the UK now, it's like super strategic, because once it hits, it's going to be huge.
It's an untapped market.
Yeah, exactly. It's completely untapped. So like, go for the Brits, you guys. So yeah, that's what we've been trying to do. And also, like, how many you do, like, it depends on your goal too. Like, we have a big goal. Our goal is to bring Wes home. We want to completely replace his income. So we're like obviously going really hard. Like, so don't freak out if you're like, oh my God, I just signed up yesterday. Like, I have to add 6,000 people tomorrow. Like, it's not like that. You get out of this whatever you put into it.
Yep.
And that really depends on your why. Whether it's you want to bring your husband home, or you just want, some extra money to get your hair done every once in a while, like whatever it is.
That's actually where I'm at.
Yeah, I know. So,
do you want to talk?
Are you done with that one? Yeah, you can start on that one.
So that was the second question. So Susie, we are recording this and we'll post it. The first question we talked about was how to connect with people you don't have a lot in common with. The second one we just talked about a second ago was like a like page for personal branding, and we suggested just holding off on that, because if you're just getting into it, it's not worth it right now. More than you should focus on, and just focus on adding friends and building other avenues like Instagram. So those were the two questions that we had, and we tried to think of some things that went along with that. So I was listening to a call today with Carl Deichler, which is our CEO. He's the CEO of Beachbody. And he actually puts up a lot of really good content. And anything I can find from a guy Beachbody coach, I really try to tap into, because they kind of have a different perspective on things that, you know, and I'm trying to kind of get that mentality. So one of the things he talked about, and this is something you'll probably encounter if you're reaching out to people and sending your invites, like I know you guys are. You say, you know, girls would say to another girl, like, hey girl, good to connect with you, you know, or I'm trying to do my best. Hey
lady.
Hey lady. So, you know, say you're sharing about a challenge group or something like that. And, you know, it's low key. You're not like, I want to tell you about this exciting opportunity. You know, you're wording it obviously, you know, in a way that's non-threatening. You really want to just connect with them. You know, you may get people that are like, oh, you're doing that fitness MLM, that multi-level marketing thing. That's like super common thing, because people don't see the difference between this and a lot of other things. So if you get an objection like that, like, or, oh, that's just a multi-level marketing scheme. So this is right from the CEO of the company. This business is 100% what you make it. There are definitely shady coaches out there that are doing it for the wrong reasons. You could go onto YouTube and put in Beachbody, become a diamond coach in a week. Like, there are definitely people out there that can put a negative spin on this, but that's true of anything. The good thing about this business is it's whatever you choose to make it, because people, you know, it's basically inspiring people. I mean, that's what the business is based on. And that's why it's amazing, because you can make it however you want. You can kind of make your theme whatever you want, because it's based on you and people are attracted to you. So if you end up getting an objection like that, because you're going to get no's, that's okay. That's part of it. So don't get hung up on if someone says no. That doesn't mean that they don't like you. Sometimes they're not just interested right away. Which
is why it's important to plant the seed.
Yeah.
I've had people I've invited and they didn't do a challenge group till like a year later. So, you know, planting that seed is like super important, even if they say no.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the first thing. It's whatever you make it. And second thing, this job is not about being salesy. We've heard that from people we've reached out to, and that's a common objection. Well, I don't want to be pushy. I'm not the salesy type.
I don't want to do sales.
Yeah. It's
everyone thinks that.
Yeah. The people that we are like Chad and Summer and like Caitlin, the people in our lives and some of the coaches that, you know, the videos that we watch, we're drawn to them because we watch those and they challenge us to be better people first. It's not so much like we're watching this like, oh, you know, that's the secret tip to, like, you know, hitting this success club or getting people to sign up. Like, we're watching that because, like, we'll listen to a team call or we'll watch a training and we're like, man, dude, that right there challenges me to be like a better person. So that's really the thing that it's based on. Like, you know, it's not based on being salesy. You know, if you can challenge people where they're at, they're going to want to follow you because people would just want something that's authentic. Yeah. So, you know, that was really all I had on that. Did you have any?
Yeah, you know, like say like you're selling, you know, essential oils or something, you're specifically selling a product.
Yeah.
But like with Beachbody, like you're selling yourself as a coach. Like Shakeology and the workouts, those are tools that we use, obviously super effective tools. So it's part of it, but that's not what we do. We don't just sell programs in Shakeology. You know what I mean? I've seen some of the most like insecure, shy people get into a challenge group. They're like, I haven't posted on social media in like a year. Like, so they're like, I don't know about posting in a challenge group. And like, it totally freaks them out. But you know, you get them in a group where there's, you know, 24 other women just like loving on them and encouraging them and saying, hey, you're doing awesome. You're amazing. Wow. Like, it's okay that you struggled today. Tomorrow's a new day. Like, you've got this. What? Oh. Talk about selling. Yeah, exactly.
Totally true. Because stories inspire people.
Oh, exactly. And that's why we talk all the time about sharing your story on Facebook, you know, like where you came from, you know, what you've been through. It's all part of it. Like, you have to share your journey. You know what I mean? It's not just like, hey, I worked out today. Hey, I worked out again today. Like, No one cares. No one cares about that.
I drink this shake.
Yeah.
No one cares that you drink this shake. You got to show them why it's important and why it's changing your life.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to be starting that group called the Miracle Morning. We want to share with people how we've been like getting up early and doing personal development and, just spending time together. We do our workout in the morning, and we're going to do a group.
And it has nothing to do with a challenge pack or Shakeology or anything like that.
Or Beachbody at all. It's strictly us sharing with other people, and anyone's free to join.
How to add value to their life and their marriage.
Yep. Because it's been huge for us.
Yeah, totally. So those are the kinds of things you want to share. Like, it's not all about Beachbody. It's about you. It's about your journey and how you can inspire others. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, if I just like posted a picture of like myself in a mirror, everyone would be like, okay, cool. But like when I show like my before picture next to, what I look like now and what I've been through, like, I've been on my fitness journey for 3 years. So I've like learned a lot, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to share like all of those parts, how I felt before I started Beachbody. Because I mean, Beachbody really was my answer. I started with T25 after I had my first son 3 years ago. I was recovering from a C-section. I looked in the mirror, like I was down to my pre-baby weight, and I was like, oh my God, like what is happening? So, I couldn't go to the gym because I had a newborn baby. So it just wasn't an option. We saw a T25 infomercial and we're like, okay, it's only 25 minutes. Like, I guess we'll give it a try, whatever. Before that, like, I didn't even believe in home workouts. I'm like, those are so stupid. You got to go to the gym, even though I wasn't getting results at the gym. So yeah, we started it, and that's what started it off for me. I did it for like a year before I became a coach. And so there's so much of my journey to share and like struggles that I've had to overcome. And, the biggest thing for me has been mindset. Just like breaking out of this I can't mindset. When I started T25, I didn't even know what a burpee was. And when I first saw Shaun T like plop into one and spring up like he had spring in his shoes, I was like, I can never do that. I'll never be able to do that. I can remember even just like getting to the first 5 minutes of the workout, I was like, oh my God, we just wasted our money. Like, I will never be able to do this. And like now I'm doing Insanity, which is like 10 times harder than T25. So like, for me, I talk about like overcoming that mindset of I can't, and just like, really like speaking life over your life. You know what I mean? Because life and death is in the power of the tongue. So yeah, and home workouts, Beachbody, it just happens to be a tool that helps me get to where I'm at now. So
yeah, and if I had to encourage you guys in any way, it's just that number one, you guys can do this.
Yes.
We can tell you all day long you can do this, but I want you guys to just start to just, even if you don't believe it, just say it. Just kind of say it over yourself, like, I can do this. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you think you can't, you're already in the road to failure. Okay.
Yeah.
So it starts with just like believing that you can do it, and that's true with anything in life. So, we have total confidence in all of you guys.
Yeah.
Just like I have total confidence in Jordan, and her confidence in me is what helps me stay consistent. So, this is all about challenging and encouraging each other. That's why it's a team. Mm-hmm. It's not about like, hey, we're going to tell you guys how to do it, because we're still learning it too.
Yeah.
I am totally still learning it too. And we look up to people who say the same thing. Even people at the very top, they're like, man, I still have so much to learn. And that's so humbling. But you guys can do it. Just stay positive. The minute you have a thought like, man, I'll never be able to do this, don't listen to it. Don't listen to it. It's not doing anything but pulling you down. It all starts with your mindset. Change your mindset. That's the biggest thing. Shift your mindset. When you start to have, like, I can do it, you're going to see everything in your life begin to fall into line.
And just be willing to step outside of your comfort zone, because I know it feels uncomfortable to invite someone to a challenge group or to coaching. You like get the butterflies, your heart starts beating really fast. You're like, I never want to do this again.
Send it, close the laptop.
Yeah, and like run away and don't check it the rest of the day. That's what I did. But I mean, there's freedom in stepping outside of your comfort zone, and that's where you really grow. Yep. Because if you stay here, like, that's all that's going to happen. You're just going to stay here. You're not going to hit any of your goals. Like, and that goes for, I mean, anything in your life. So just be willing to, you know, be uncomfortable, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I know it sounds scary, but like the more you do it, the easier it gets, and the more successful you'll be, the more you're going to hit your goals, and it's going to be awesome.
Carl Daikeler, CEO, in that same call, he said, if you're uncomfortable about, I'm paraphrasing, if you're uncomfortable about messaging people, is it just think about this. The current generation of children are projected to live shorter in years than their parents.
Wow.
Based on their health and current health trends. So I'll say it again. The current generation, like my kids, statistically are projected to live less amount of time than I'm going to live, you know, and every 1 in 3 people, by the time they're 40, they qualify for pre-diabetic. So even strictly down to just health.
People need this.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yep.
So don't feel uncomfortable sharing it, because like this could literally save someone's life.
Yep.
And like literally generations of like habits can be changed through this. So there really is a bigger picture, you know what I mean? Like, and even with coaching, like Susan Coons from Team Bliss, like she would be dead if it weren't for being a part of this community. She was she called her health insurance or her life insurance company and wanted to make sure that her kids and her husband would be taken care of if she was dead. She was literally going to kill herself. But because of being plugged into this community and having people surround her and love her and encourage her, she's still alive. She's still a mother to her 3 boys. So it's like so much bigger than just like work out, drink a shake. Like it is so much bigger than that.
Yep.
So
how do you unmute?
I don't know. We're almost out of time though.
So we'll do, this may cut us off, but if anyone has any questions, I want to try to open it up. So everyone's unmuted. If you guys have any questions, just
learn it all at once.
Everyone at once. I want to know how Kayla's shake was today.
I hated it.
What? Oh my gosh.
I didn't. And I spent like probably 15, 20 minutes making it. And then I was like, okay, here it is. And I'm like, I wanted to throw up.
I had 2 of them today because I love it so much. If I could just only drink Shakeology, I would be totally fine with that.
Keep working on it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll like mail you a packet of the strawberry or something.
I hear that vegan vanilla tastes like cake. So I'm really excited to try it. I'll let you know how it is. Well, if that's everything, then I guess we're all done. So thank you guys so much for like taking, you know, time out of your evening to come be on the team calls. Like we're so excited for you guys and to have you guys on our team. And we pray for you guys every morning. We're really excited for just like what you have to offer to just everyone that you know. So I guess we'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
All right.
See ya.
See you guys.
Bye.